Hello everybody and welcome to round 6 of the Formula 1000 KickStart Energy Junior Rally Championship here in Caerwent, South Wales. Josh McLean and Zak Hughes come here chasing down Peter Bennett's lead. So let's get down to the start line and get on with the action. With a large grid of 16 drivers, top seed Josh McLean led the drivers off in stage 1. Josh was immediately on the pace, setting the quickest times in the first and second stages. Now after the first stage you were level with Zak. Do you think you done enough to sort of edge him out in the early stages?
We'll soon see. I don't know, it was a good run, so we'll see what happens.
Championship leader Peter Bennett followed shortly after, and after a solid first stage ran into difficulties on stage 2. So Peter, we finished stage 2 here at Caerwent and you had an interesting stage. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, in the first corner we had a slight overshoot and hit a curb and it bent the steering arm, knocked the wheel back, and with no steering on that wheel and some guard was scraping. But yeah, so first corner, so I had to drive that for 10 miles and we lost about 2 or 3 minutes, but we're still in 8th, so I reckon we could get up to 6th, maybe 5th if we push. So that's the plan for the day.
Zak Hughes knew he needed a great finish in the rally, but suffered 2 punctures on stage 2 to damage his hopes of a win. So Zak, we just finished stage 2. You come in a little bit further behind. Tell us what happened.
Just a puncture on a left-hander. Everyone had gone wide because it goes left, right, then left. Everyone cuts out the right. I went over the bit of grass, picked up a puncture. It's rally over, season over, really.
Tommi Meadows came into the event looking for a win on his return from the summer break. So Tommi, we just finished the second stage here at Caerwent. How did you find it?
That stage was a good one. We broke a bottom arm on the stage 1, which cost us quite a bit of time. So I was a bit disappointed about that, but that went well. And Zak and Peter have had problems in there, so hopefully we'll move up the leaderboard a bit.
Tom Llewellin set off on his normal solid pace and was rewarded with a second position after stage 2. So Tom, we just finished stage 2. How did you find it?
It was a great stage. We were pushing quite hard on that one as we getting used to the car on the first one, so I was very happy with it. We clipped the curb, but nothing serious.
James Hall also continued his good form and set some very respectable times in the opening stages.
That was a better stage than stage 1, a lot more flowing, a lot more grippier as well because the rain's held off now.
Now a few people seem to have had a few problems on that stage, so do you think you can get some decent points out of this round?
Hopefully, yeah. We were going to drop this round, but no, we decided to do it because we knew that people are going to have mistakes and hopefully drop out.
Alex Holiday pushed a bit too hard on the second stage and ended up paying the penalty by going off the stage.
That's us done.
So Alex, you've had a very interesting stage 2. Tell us what happened.
Oh, we thought it was going really well actually. Me and Paul were just starting to get used to each other, and then there was a really slippy look where someone else has been off, and so it was like a kink left, and I remember it from the stage before being a kink left, and that's what it was called, and it was fine. So I took it probably a little bit faster, but not much faster, and it just went straight on. So someone I think had pulled mud on before us.
What's the damage like now?
I don't know, because we were in the thing and there was a lot of in like the shrubs and there was smoke coming out, and it wouldn't go into reverse. I think there's a bit of wood or something stuck in it. However, we got it in and got it out, and the temperature's fine. We had a bit of fuel surge, I think, because the fuel gauge is reading wrong, but other than that, we seem to be going all right.
Adam Ripper continued his run of taking part in every rally this season, but also ran into difficulty on the same corner as Alex Holliday.
We were coming down a long straight, and I thought it was a faster left-hand bend than it actually was, and by the time I realised it was too late and I went straight on down the ditch. Alex Holliday was also down there, and he very kindly, along with the marshals, got us out, and I'm glad to see he's got out as well, so many thanks to him. But yeah, we've had a bit of an off, and we'll take it very steadily from now on because it's very slippy out there.
Alex Tentori was flying in his Micra and found himself in 5th place after stage 2. Just finished stage 2. It seems like you come in a lot further ahead than where you started, so that must have been a good stage.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I think we had a few people starting to come off, so it's keeping consistent and hopefully fast.
Is there any way you think you massively improved, because obviously stage 1, 2 were the same?
It's more or less roughly knowing kind of the course, because lots of the corners are not what the map shows, so it's just speeding up the course really.
Louis Price-Edwards continued in his rookie season to gather experience and got through the first 2 stages unscathed. So Louis, we just finished stage 2 here at Caerwent. How did you find it?
It was good, slippery in some places, but most of it was dry and pretty grippy.
After a great result last time out, Tom Rawlings found himself in 7th place with some good opening stages. Riley Banks was looking for another solid performance in his rookie year, with a finish top of his priorities. So Riley, I mean, there's a few people having problems, and I think for once this season, one of them isn't you.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it very steady. I have cut a few corners, which shouldn't have. But generally it's going well. It's not my kind of stage, generally very tight. I prefer much more open stuff, but I think we're still okay.
Eddie Lewis has started well and was well placed in 8th after the first 2 stages. It was a welcome return to George Sheard, but illness to his co-driver forced them to retire on the 2nd stage. In only his 2nd event, Dylan Fowler-Bishop was looking quick in his Micra, but unfortunately a clutch issue on the 1st stage forced him to take a maximum time. Luckily the team's workshop was nearby and they could quickly change the clutch and get him out for stage 3. Steve Jones made his debut in a very challenging rally, and he was placed higher than much more of the experienced drivers after stage 2. So we're 2 stages into your first rally. How have you been finding it?
Challenging. It's fun.
Has it helped you that the first 2 stages have been the same?
Yeah. I understand the corners, but better now on the 2nd stage.
So as we look at the times after stage 2 of 6, Josh McLean has a large advantage over Tom Llewellin, closely followed by Tommi Meadows, with a charging Zak Hughes moving up to 4th position. A great battle is emerging between Alex Tentori, James Hall and Tom Rawlings for 5th place. So as the drivers prepare to go back out for stages 3 and 4, let's ride on board with Tommi Meadows and Gareth Hooper so we can see just how difficult the stages were.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Then it sort of slight right, 45 left. And keeps going left. And then round to the right. And round to the left. And right. And left. And then 90 left here. Long straight. Don't cut. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. Another 45. And another 45. And another. Long straight.
A very tricky event. There's curbs everywhere, so any mistake and you'll get penalised. But the times are getting a bit better. I've been really impressed with some of the new lads, Tom Rawlins and Alex Tentori. Their times have been really good, so fair play to them.
So Tom, we just passed the halfway mark in the stage, really long stages. How have your arms been doing?
Not too bad. Got power steering on it now, so coping well.
And how have you been finding this rally in general?
Yeah, it's been really good rally. Just made a few little silly mistakes, but you know, it's rallying and just get on with it.
Zach, last time I spoke to you, you seemed very down, but after closing the gap by 15 seconds to even the leader, how's the stage 4 gone for you?
Yeah, we've had 2 good stages since our puncture. I think we're 3rd now, so we got a little bit of time to get 2nd, but yeah, we'll push this afternoon to try and get 2nd, and then make the best of a bad job.
Well, I suppose this is the first clean run where something hasn't been hanging off the car. Bent a steering arm, 2 punctures and a cracked sump, so yeah, quite a list.
Alex, I mean, halfway through this rally, I think you were in a season best 5th. It's going really well for you.
Yeah, it's going good, yeah.
What do you think this rally's given you the opportunity to be so high up the field?
I don't know, I think it's shown kind of consistency. I don't really know. I guess it's like kind of not pushing 100%, keeping that 95 and making sure you're not crashing.
And finally, these have been really long stages. Have your arms been aching at all?
Arms, no, but I'm knackered.
Hey, so Alex, last time I spoke to you in the stage 2, you were having a few dramas. I hope no such thing this time.
No, none of the sort. We had a really good stage, this one and the last one. In fact, me and Paul working really well together. That felt fast. However, when I looked at the times, the other one felt fast, but it wasn't so good. So let's hope this one was better.
So Eddie, we've just passed the halfway mark in this rally. How have you been finding it?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good venue, and yeah, we're picking up the pace.
Now these got very long stages. Is this something you've been enjoying?
Yeah, it's good. It's hard to concentrate for that length of time, but yeah, it's good stages.
The Curbs claimed another victim in James Hall, damaging his rear suspension. However, the team quickly replaced the whole rear suspension and he was back out again for the next stage. So with 2 stages left to go, Josh McLean retains his lead over Tom Llewellin, with an angry Zak Hughes recovering up to 3rd place. Tom Rawlins also continued his great pace, moving up to 4th position, just ahead of Tommi Meadows and Alex Tentori. Peter Bennett has also recovered to move up to 7th place, in his effort to claim back as many points as possible, and unfortunately an issue for Stephen Jones's car has forced him out of the rally. So as the drivers prepared themselves for the final stage of the day, there is still a lot of places to fight for. Josh McLean completed a trouble-free run to finish ahead of his rivals. Tommi Meadows put maximum effort into the last stage to just pip Alex Tentori to 4th place. Another typically solid run from Tom Llewellin ensured that he would finish 3rd place overall. After suffering early punches on the 2nd stage, Zak Hughes recovered brilliantly to finish 2nd in the overall standings. Peter Bennett did all he could, but had the luxury of being able to drop this round from his overall scores as he finished in 7th position. A career best finish for Alex Tentori saw him finish just behind Tommi Meadows in 6th place. Also enjoying a brilliant day was Tom Rawlins, who after some difficult early rallies put everything together to finish in 4th place overall. Alex Holliday continued his push after the early mishap to bring his micro home in 8th position overall. James Hall also had a very solid finish, moving back up to 7th place overall. Eddie Lewis completed yet another trouble-free rally, gaining more experience ahead of next year's campaign. Rookie Dylan Fowler-Bishop continued to put on a great show after his earlier clutch issue that put him out of contention for the rally. Louis Price Edwards also joined the list of rookies who finished with a trouble-free run. Adam Ripper completed his 6th consecutive rally of the season, finishing in 12th place overall. So once all the drivers had completed all 6 stages, the results of the technical scrutineering check excluded Josh McLean's car from the results of the rally, meaning that Zak Hughes had taken his 3rd win of the season and kept his title hopes alive. Tom Llewellin was promoted to 2nd place, with Tom Rawlings taking his 1st podium in his rally career. Tommi Meadows just finished ahead of Alex Tentori by 5 seconds, with good solid finishes from the rookies Price Edwards, Ripper and Fowler-Bishop. After the results of round 6, the championship table is looking pretty good for Peter Bennett, as he sits with a huge margin over James Hall, who is now moved up into 2nd place with Ewan Tyndall missing this round, allowing Zak Hughes and Tom Llewellin and several others to close up the gap in the leaderboard. The junior drivers will be in action at Peter Lloyd Stages at Pembrey Race Circuit on the 23rd for round 7 of the championship. So that's it here for round 6 of the KickStart Energy Junior 1000 Rally Championship here at Caerwent. It's been a great day's worth of rallying action, with some of our rookies bringing great performances to the table. We're back out again in a month's time for Pembrey. So until then, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all next time.